Never buy dirt bikes at night. Ask me how I know. Hey, what's up guys? Rado here, and this right here is the worst dirt bike I ever seen, and I ended up buying it. So again, don't buy dirt bikes at night when you don't have good look at them, because that's what I did. And when I came home, turned on the light in the garage and I look at everything, I was like, oh my goodness, I have never seen anything this bad. I knew when I was looking at it with the flashlight that it was pretty bad, but I didn't see all the details. So the more I keep looking, the worse it gets. And I just want to show you how bad this thing is. Let me see if it starts, because it was supposed to be a running bike, right? It actually runs. No kill switch, it just dies on its own. Anyway, I'm gonna show you all these things today, and you tell me below in the comments if you've seen anything worse than this. Let's have some fun. CR250 comes with a brand new foot pegs from eBay. The only one detail here is that they're not actually the same size, and as you can tell, the pin doesn't go through. Foot peg number 2, even more beautiful. So this is the angle. So I mean, it still works. You know, you can put your foot on that thing, but you see what I'm talking about? It doesn't go through. It just goes through one hole, and it's wiggling all over the place. Yep. Brand new foot pegs from eBay. Good job. Here's a little bonus. Titanium bolt from hardware store. Look at this thing sticking out just the right amount to rip open your leg. Beautiful. And I like how it's probably not the same thread, but if you put it in there and you use enough strength, it's in there, it's holding. That's all you need, right? And honestly, guys, I think this should be illegal. You know how you have an animal control that you can call when you see someone abusing a dog? But when you see someone abusing a dirt bike, there is no place to call. So I think we should come up with the dirt bike control, some kind of dirt bike protecting services that we can call when we see someone really abusing these precious machines. All right, so we have no front brake, and he said he was riding this bike. Actually, I told him, I'll buy it from you to save your life, because you're gonna die on this thing. Anyway, no front brake at all. And nothing here, no caliper on the bottom, nothing at all, because the front end doesn't fit anything, right? So I asked him, how can you even ride this thing without a front brake? And he told me, it's okay, I still have the bottom brake. You get that? The one on the foot is the bottom brake because it's on the bottom, and the one here, that's the upper brake. So it's not front and rear, it's the bottom and top. My goodness. Anyway, let's keep going. It gets better. I didn't know that this is not from a CR250. When I was looking at it with a flashlight, this is actually all from KTM. So we are missing washer, and there is a seal that seals everything off. You can see the bearing, all the dust and dirt and water goes straight into the bearings. Now when you look from the bottom, you see how this bolt goes all the way through like 2 inches, and there is missing bolt on the other side. I don't know what they did, what kind of magic. You have a nice wiggle right there, so the vibration don't come all the way to you. You can get rid of the vibration. You know what the stoppers are? It's called frame. So these forks will hit the frame from both sides. That's how it stops. And then the beautiful thing about this front fender, it has a little delay. So you turn your steering one way, the fender will eventually get to the same direction. It just has like a second delay when you go, you see? And he said he was riding this bike, right? So because this front end is not from Honda, it's from KTM, the bolts were not fitting, and he didn't even try to drill the holes to, hold his fender on the bolt. He just put a bunch of zip ties everywhere. He can say that I have a fender and a front number plate, but this should be illegal. Now this is really genius clutch setup. You know how you guys pull the clutch in, shift that second gear at the gates, and you wait for the gate to drop down. And then suddenly you have to scratch your butt, but you don't want to let go of a throttle, so you need to let go of a clutch. Now this thing comes with this beautiful thing. You can leave your clutch engaged, you can scratch your butt, then come back, release, go and pull that hole shut. Amazing. I don't know why they don't put this on all the dirt bikes. It's beautiful. Who cares this is from the four-wheelers, ATV, rear brake? Who cares? It makes a lot of sense here. Fits nicely. Very functional. I love it. Entire front end is from KTM, but it doesn't hurt to take some red paint and painting it red, so it does look like it belongs to Honda, right? So we see this beautiful hand painting job on the KTM forks. It's really fitting. I like it. And we are missing this little thing here. Whatever. We don't really need that. Look, it's so deep. I didn't even know. Nice. Now the other side looks even better. Nice red custom bolts. And we have this doohickey here sticking like 1 inch out. It's probably needed, but they left a little clues for us. There's a KTM here on this hole shot device, so we know where the parts came from. I like these little investigations here. Engine runs, but it's not really in a bike much. It's missing bolts, there's nothing here, and we have, thankfully, we stopped by the hardware store, not me, but the former owner, stopped by the hardware store and fit in a bolt, so this whole engine is sitting on one bolt over here, and the swing arm. That's about it. It's missing a bolt over here, it's missing one on the top, nothing else is there, only these 2 bolts. You know how some dirt bike would have this unnecessary rubber piece that goes around the swing arm? He decided that it's not needed. This is strong enough for the chain to sit here. Why would you have the stupid plastic here? It just makes no sense. So we got rid of the plastic, as you can see, and it's still working. And the little round thingy over here, who needs that? You have an airbag, so that's all good. And finally, a good news. We have a chain guide that's looking really good. Now, one small detail, it's not actually guiding anything because, you know, the rubber piece there that some people replace? Why would you do that? Just leave it there until it's gone, and then you still have the aluminum on the bottom, which will last you for years. And then if you forget, and not a big deal, the chain still knows where it's supposed to sit. So, you know, this is good for looks, but chain still works. I don't see any problem here. Probably some China of eBay too. It doesn't look like a CR at all, but it was slowing down, I guess. That's all you have to slow this monster down. Here's another little bonus I didn't notice with the flashlight. Broken linkage. Well, who needs a linkage? You know, the silencer was robbing the bike of power, so the owner removed it and just ran it with a pipe. And also, hence to that, we got a beautiful custom melted airbags. Alright, my friends, so you saw it and it is pretty bad, right? Now, I have to say one thing though. The guy I bought it from, he's 18 years old kid, started making money recently, and he bought his first dirt bike. He's not the one who destroyed this thing. He only had it for a few months. So I'm not mad at him. I'm more mad at the guy who sold it to this kid and who sold it for a good money if the kid is not lying to me. Anyway, so the guy, before the former owner, he really destroyed this thing, and he was so abusive. It really hurts me to look at everything. I know I made it in some kind of funny way and make jokes about stuff, but honestly, when I saw everything first time, I was really sad. I'm sad that people will do this kind of treatment to a dirt bike. This is 1993 CR250. Imagine having this thing in a decent condition that you can actually restore and have it like a brand new condition. That was my plan. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have this bike and with everything on it that is still somewhat there, and I wanted to bring it back to the original beautiful, stage it was when it came out of the factory. That's what I usually do with the dirt bikes, when I do the build. But after looking at everything, this thing is it's too far. I'm not gonna do a build on this CR250. I'm gonna sell it as a part bike for somebody else who has a similar bike and who just needs few parts. Because I was doing some research, and this is 1993, only 1993 years. Parts fit 1993 years CR250. There are only few parts that are from like different years. Back in those days, they used to change things every single year. So I need so many parts for this thing that it would be very difficult, time-consuming, expensive to actually just gather old parts in bad condition and then start the build again. So I decided that I'm gonna sell this thing to someone who is building similar bikes, needs a bunch of parts. The engine runs, the exhaust is there, frame is there, subframe, seat, tank. You're still getting a lot of good parts that you can use for the build. So I'm gonna advertise it or find someone who is looking for something like this. All right, my friends, so let me know what you think about this craziness here, and also let me know how much would you be willing to pay maximum for this thing in the condition you see it right now. And then later I'm gonna share in the comments how much I paid for it. It was way less than $1,000, but I wanna know how much would you be willing to pay for this thing, knowing what you know now. Like many things I didn't actually know when I was looking at it with a flashlight. Not the brightest idea, but hey, I was driving for 2 hours, it got dark by the time I got there, so I wanted to buy it, I wanted to restore it. But as I said, probably not this one. I'll be looking for another bike that has everything on it. It can be in a poor condition, I'm fine with that, but at least I need all the parts on the bike, so I don't need to spend a year, going on eBay every other day trying to fish for those parts. All right, guys, well, that's about it for today. Share below your opinion, your comments on this thing, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.